Have you ever found your video looking a little off, perhaps too dark or too bright, and wondered if simply adjusting one setting would fix it all? It is a common question whether video exposure and brightness are the same thing, especially when you are trying to make your footage look just right. No, video exposure and brightness are not the same thing, though they are closely related and often confused. Think of them as two distinct but interconnected controls for your video's visual quality. Understanding their differences is key to creating a polished and professional look. Exposure refers to the actual amount of light that the camera sensor captured when the video was recorded. It is fundamentally about how much light reached the sensor. If your exposure is off during filming, your footage might have permanently lost detail in the darkest shadows or the brightest highlights, making it very difficult to recover later in editing. Brightness, on the other hand, is a post-production adjustment that increases or decreases the overall perceived luminosity of an image or video after it has been captured. It does not change the amount of light originally recorded by the sensor, but rather it shifts the entire range of existing tones up or down. This means you are essentially making everything lighter or darker, but you are not bringing back information that was never there to begin with. When you are editing in Premiere Pro, adjusting exposure typically involves using tools like the exposure control in the Lumetri color panel, which simulates changing the camera's f-stop. This affects the entire dynamic range, brightening dark areas more efficiently without completely blowing out highlights if the original data is there. Brightness, however, is a simpler linear adjustment often found as a basic slider, uniformly impacting all pixels and potentially crushing blacks or clipping whites if pushed too far. Understanding this distinction allows you to approach your video color correction with greater precision. Proper exposure is set during filming and dictates the raw data available in your footage, affecting the dynamic range and the potential for highlight and shadow recovery. Brightness is a stylistic or corrective adjustment applied afterward, which can fine-tune the overall look, but cannot magically restore lost detail. By using both wisely, you can ensure your videos are not just visible, but beautifully balanced.